My name is Hanan Rubinstein. I'm an engineer, songwriter, and guitar player here in New York. I'm currently playing with Alicia Keys.
If living your life is a privilege, learning it as you go, consider me the luckiest man you know.
Especially with the Alicia Keys gig, because there's only 4 of us in the band, and the records are so tight, I gotta cover a lot of ground sonically. And because all the textures are so different, it's so important for me to have a microphone that picks up what I hear, because if I'm dialing stuff in and it doesn't come across accurately, then it's just a waste of time. That's why the N22 is so perfect, because I can sit at home, dial stuff in, be happy with it, and know that when I put it on stage and listen to it in my ears, it comes across the way I did, and it's awesome. What else can you ask for? And I play stereo amps, and it's cool because I get to run all my reverbs and delays and stuff like that in stereo, which, especially when we play in ears, it's a whole different world, because you feel like you're in it. So that's my amp guitar setup. Yeah, it's been pretty great, man. I was doing a session for Keisha Cole with a songwriter named Andrea Martin, and they had a microphone in my amp that I loved. It was an old RCA 44, and it just sounded enormous. And of course, I had to have it, so I looked around and I found a few RCAs, but they were so maintenance heavy that I discovered AEA through that. I didn't want to buy a microphone that I constantly have to repair, and you know the deal. And I found out about the 44, and I listened to it, and I had to have one. And so that's what started me with the company. And then finding out about the 22 was a dream come true, because it was a microphone that had the ribbon qualities, but it wasn't as sensitive, so I can take it on stage or use it in other applications that I couldn't bring the 44 out to. The cool thing for me about the ribbons is, one, you don't have to EQ them as much if you put them in the right spot. And if you do have to EQ them, they seem to take EQ really well. Some mics, I find that if I over process them, they get smaller, and the R44 just takes it all. I've had, sessions where I just put a 44 up and it was perfect. I didn't have to touch it, aside from some, low filtering or whatnot. But other sessions where, let's say I did a vocal on a 44 and I really had to squeeze some stuff out of it, it did it so naturally. It's really an amazing microphone. Same with the N22s, by the way. I mean, I've had times where I needed to squeeze them into something, or times where I just had to leave them open. Either application works great. Aside from the obvious applications like guitars and drums, I thought the 44 was really cool on vocals. Really cool on pianos. I did a session where I had 2 condensers up on a piano and the 44 up a little further. And it was actually the main mic that we used in the mix. We just kind of complemented it with the others. But it was amazing, just as a room mic, just how far you can keep it from the source and still how intimate it sounds. It's not a usual thing. It's a pretty rare mic.